What up, G?
What up, H?
What's going on, doggy?
Ash.
You seem happy, doggy.
I'm different.
32 looks alright on you, eh?
33, bro. Why are you taking me down?
You see, exactly.
Oh,
I was just testing. It's like the episodes.
Oh, we actually in the dirty 30s.
Oh, we hit dirty 30s today.
Dirty 30s, guys.
So where we at?
Where we at? Is that
Oh, fuck.
episode 30?
So officially, you know, we're adult.
Yeah. We have grown.
We have grown, moving into
dude.
new spaces.
But we have to grow at some point.
Yeah.
But that's life. If you're not growing and moving forward, you are
Regressing.
actually,
And you're gonna die.
there's no stagnation anymore.
You can't. You're either going that way or you're going that way.
Choose
You need to
choose a
pick. You
fucking
can't
direction.
stay here. Where are we?
Back in the burbs?
We're back in the burbs, back on a bench. I don't think the location is important too much today. But what is important today is our guest. We've spoken about him a little bit. In passing,
In different things?
yeah, in different things. He's had quite an impact on our lives directly, mine more so.
Yeah, soon to be our lives.
Soon to be our lives,
Yeah.
moving into bigger, better things,
Yeah, bro.
and all of that. And we thought it's only right to introduce you to
Sam.
Mr. Sam in the house, in the building. Boo, 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 boo. Sam. What up, Sam? What's good, doggy?
With Gabe.
What up, bro?
Well, chills, man.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
it's been a long time coming, eh?
Hey.
Wait,
Too many
before
episodes, eh?
anything else,
Oh, yeah.
guys, we need the
drink
ceremonious. Drink out.
Cheers,
Yeah.
drink
It's
out.
a good one.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, for one. Your family, you should have been here, but I feel like the timing is perfect.
Timing is everything, bro.
Dog,
Timing
I feel
is
like everything we've been doing, Gabe,
Time.
in the past like month or so,
Time.
it's just been falling into place at the right time.
Yeah. And it's
Essence,
it's
a
a
time for
pleasure.
everything and everything in its
pleasure.
time. Tell our viewers, who's Sam? Where you from? And
And all that jazz.
yeah, and all that jazz.
I'm a young guy, matures real quick. But all the way in Mpumalanga boy up in the farmlands.
Yeah.
Came to Jersey, obviously trying to get a degree. I just dived head into fitness industry, and basically that's who I am now.
Yeah.
I'm a walking gym, if you may.
Walking gym.
Yeah.
I never understood the importance of the whole trainer thing, and understanding all of that. And I think it's also why
Yeah.
my whole life is full of lapsed
Yeah.
gym contracts. Right?
You're donating money.
Yeah, I
to-
donated money to Virgin, to Planet Fitness, to everybody.
everybody,
You know?
yeah.
It's because I didn't know what I was doing. You know,
true.
I worked with a couple of guys, but we found a nice little understanding and got to know each other well, and the rest of that story is history. Fitness always been something that you've been focused on.
I've been a lot of I've been majorly in fitness, but not in its actual essence.
Yeah.
I was more in the sporting side,
Okay.
coming from a small burki type of town, going there as primary down to high school,
Yeah.
all of this kind of gave me a good background and foreground basically for fitness, and
Yeah.
that's how I ended up here, because it felt like home more than what law would have been or anything like that. So
Yeah, sure.
that's how I got.
So is that the degree you were chasing?
Hey, bruh. I mean,
That's what I find out, bro.
I could do it, but hey, it's just not for me. It's not
Yeah.
for me. It's where my happy place is. So yeah.
Okay.
So wait, did you actually go to varsity and leave, or did you just straight into the fitness industry?
So what I did was I wasted about 2 years.
That's okay. It's not,
we've all
it's
done
not
it.
a waste, bro.
We've all done it.
It's really not a waste.
It's a learning curve, bro.
I call it the finding yourself years,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, pretty much, pretty
And
much.
and funny enough,
I've done it.
you still don't find yourself because you need to be in it
Yeah.
to be finding
Yeah.
yourself, you
Yeah.
know. So sport, and that was back in MP, right? Primary school, high school in Mpumalanga, right?
fully rugby,
And fully rugby.
Yeah,
So you were those.
As that guy.
You were that guy.
When I went to the location, they were like, "Why this kid don't play disky?"
So you're the one who used to hang out with all the white boys
Oh,
and
bruh.
the dick rugby boys.
Bro,
and
just wanted to party.
Obviously, sport or playing rugby in
Yeah.
itself got you into, there's a level of fitness that you have to
definitely.
abide to. How do you end up then, out of high school and out of university and studying law to up in Gauteng in the fitness game?
Basic dropout, went from there, trying to find full ground basically on the industry that I was going for. But a few friends also being in rugby were also in the fitness industry that put me on to the fitness industry. And I just stepped onto there and I soared. I saw a complete different world of just living life completely, and it broadened my prospects. It broadened my way of thinking as well.
Working in this space, how did it happen that you ended up actually as a trainer or somebody who's a fitness person per se?
Before coming to the work that I've done, I think the law aspect of me making me a reader made it quite easier for me to understand the basis of fitness and whatnot. And from there, all the time I've spent in reading, it actually gave me more interest in how the human body works, just basic functions of what works together with what, and how something might be the cause of whatever you're experiencing, and how we solve that. So I realized that most of my purpose lies with helping out people and upbringing people, but mostly I love seeing people happy. And I really love making people sweat, no lie.
Yeah, I know that. Myself and Busi know that very, very well.
Where did it start for you after you realized that you want to be in the fitness industry?
Yeah.
Where did you go from there?
I realized in between, like everything happening.
Yeah.
So, for me, just seeing the impact I had on people was enough, because I felt so fulfilled on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So were you training people already at the time?
Yeah.
Or were you working somewhere?
So
like you worked at a gym?
I was working at a gym, but already people preferred to be, set aside to be working with me, because
on a personal basis.
They felt I understood them a bit better, and I paid attention to their different, hormones, genes, all those type of things.
I find that very important. Sure. Like, look, for me, it's the one thing that probably changed my mindset of gym, and it was you. It was understanding that the person you work with must want to work with you too. It's a mutual relationship, because I can pay you as a trainer, and if we still don't click,
it won't happen.
It's not going to happen.
And unfortunately, training we'd love to make it just look like the biggest guy or the sexiest guy in the gym is the greatest trainer. Training is also as much of service delivery and people skills all put together
100%.
with also understanding the type of person you're dealing with. So you really have to be intricate, you really have to be in detail to the person you're working with instead of a group of people you're working with, because that's the biggest mistake we do in the training industry. We're trying to standardize a certain way
and make it a service.
It can't work like that.
What you do tailor-made training.
I definitely do tailor-made. I mean, already just sitting here, there's 3 different types of people that are sitting all across here.
Actually.
So I can't give the same thing that I give to H to you. That's that.
And it won't work on you either.
Okay, so
never. It's never gonna work.
So it's a good thing you brought that up.
Yeah.
So now that you've just mentioned that, I think it's important that let's give people a little bit of a taste of what it means to actually understand that. So go through that. Tell us, what are the different body types that we have here, and maybe briefly what does it actually mean, towards your training. And obviously, I don't want you to give away. I mean, if people want your services, they must holler.
No.
You gotta hit and guys, it's 100% worth it, man. I'll tell you right now. What's my body type?
So basically, we get about 3 different body types.
Okay.
Simply, that's how just God created us. It's called the metamorphosis of humans. Basically, you get an endomorph, you get an ectomorph, and you get a mesomorph. Sitting right here, I might look like a mesomorph, but it's just all the work I've put in into realigning my metabolic rate. Gabe is the meso sitting out of all of us, and that just means that Gabe uses up fat really quickly, uses it up as an energy source as well. Whenever he eats, let's say carbohydrates, and so it's quick for you to use it up because you have a quick, natural, innate metabolic rate. Whereby most of us are born with a slower metabolic rate, being endomorph. So it doesn't really mean you're that much in a disadvantage. It just means you have to be disciplined in your type of eating, your type of
because you gotta eat different. You gotta train different.
It's the way we use up food that determines how we change our body.
Bro.
It's
you
nothing
see,
else.
so all of you guys are thinking of it wrong. It doesn't matter that you're spending 2 hours in the gym or 10 hours in the gym.
What matters, bro?
What matters?
What matters?
The cows, the kitchen,
cows,
the
dog,
kitchen,
the cows.
man. It's the
Bro,
kitchen.
you can't be doing that. And the thing is, that's obviously also different for every body type.
Yeah, most
from
definitely.
from the food point of view, right?
Can I just give you maybe two differences? So let's take the endomorph and the ever so perfect Superman mesomorph. What the mesomorph is a person who uses up calories a bit quicker than the endomorph.
Okay.
And it's easy for them to put on muscle, right?
Okay.
Then against the endomorph, you got a person.
Would I be an endomorph?
You are a perfect endomorph. I think you know this. We've been at it.
No, but they don't know that, so they need to know with reference.
So
you know, what we're
H here
talking
is an
to.
endomorph.
Yeah.
Me as well. I'm an endomorph. So this. You know, H can easily transition. He just has to be disciplined.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So endomorphs use up calories very slowly. That's how you are born. You use up calories slowly, so it means that it's easy to store up the bad calories, being carbohydrates, later on at the night. Then
turn
helps
into
you.
fat. Yeah.
Very quickly. So that's the basis of the difference. Yeah.
And the third one's an ecto.
The third body type being ecto. You know.
So those are the guys those are the guys who are complaining about I never gain weight.
These guys eat chips, wings, pop, man. Everything you dream about when you want to misbehave, and they just look as like an ironing board.
Yeah.
From the chicks to the guy, an ironing board.
Man.
Yeah, but they only pick up fat whenever they slow down the metabolic rate.
Yeah.
That's through eating less.
Yeah. So, but then also with them, you still get those skinny guys with a boop.
Yeah,
no. And that looks worse off than a fat guy with a boop.
Yeah, I'd rather be a fat guy with a boop. Yeah,
a skinny guy with a boop looks like you swallowed a grain of rice or something. Like, learn what your body type is. You know, don't just, if you're serious about, you know, changing your appearance or changing your lifestyle to follow a certain level of fitness, rather go into it understanding, you know, what your body type is, what your body needs, how you process the calories that you take in, because that's going to make a difference. That's the thing that's going to have you in gym for 4 weeks thinking nothing's happening to me, and you don't know that your body just takes time. You can't be comparing yourself to Gabriel who started eating well and then 6 weeks later dude has dropped 2 pant sizes.
Cheat code. Those guys are cheat codes, so don't go with the cheat code.
Don't follow me. Don't follow me.
Everybody's got that thing. So Sam,
that's cool.
Next thing, bro. Nutrition.
Can I kick you out of the gym? Can you start there?
That's actually true.
Yeah, you don't
That's
need.
a really dope idea.
I'm sorry to all the gym owners
and whatnot. Don't apologize, bro.
You don't need a gym.
This is Sam's way
to revolutionize and change and transform your body. It's 20% gym, and it's 80% nutrition,
which is true.
Which is very true, because abs are made in the kitchen. You know, everything is made in the kitchen. You could spend what like H just said, 2 hours in the whole gym because you think it's an input type of regime. You're getting it completely wrong there. You can't outwork a bad diet.
I was waiting for that, bro.
No matter how hard you can't.
I've been waiting for you to
can't do that. You have to be disciplined in every way. Hence, I mean, gym is also something that just fixes your mental state as well, because you have to be such a disciplined person, and that's where you see the generic lazy worker turn into the most busiest bee of the whole corporation. So man, nutrition is everything. So I'd have you out of the gym and eating right and changing your body, because all you just aligning is your metabolic rate. So metabolic rate is an engine, and that's what determines how quickly up the hill you go, how quickly you transition. If your engine is a 1.1, then you're gonna go up the hill slowly. But if you accelerate the engine to a 2 liter, man, you'll be looking at the 1.1 and thinking, what is he doing wrong? And it's just that he's eating nonsense. His frequency of eating is
That's
bad.
a dope analogy, bro.
The most important thing when it comes to nutrition is that the biggest lie is eat less and you will lose fat.
Which is actually not
that is
true,
the
bro.
biggest
You
lie.
actually have to eat more, but eat more healthy.
How important is it to get that right? Like,
so I'd say it's all about frequency, right? So the frequency of eating determines how much acceleration can you induce onto your metabolic rate. So if you're eating 3 times a day, you've got the basis, you know, the default way of what God intended you to eat, right? So if you're already obese, eating 3 times a day won't work for you. You have to take those same meals and split them apart, which gives you how many? About 6, And now that doesn't.
So splitting your meals,
5 or 6,
So that doesn't necessarily mean you make 6 meals. You eat, it's 1 plate. You just split it in half. So that way you give your metabolic rate the chance to use up all the nutrients instead of using up half of them, because that's a slow metabolic that's what a slow metabolic rate is capable of, and then storing the rest. So as much as we also think that eating late is a bad thing, if your metabolic rate is quick enough, you can eat at 12. You can actually sleep, wake up and eat.
How do you measure a metabolic rate? Is it like how regular you go to the toilet?
Yep.
Is that it?
That's the easiest way to measure your
How often do you shit?
Yep. That's the key.
How often do you shit?
I mean, the easiest people to realign is females, because they just don't eat most frequently. Hence, they only take a dump maybe twice a week, 3 times a week.
I know some people who like go like once or twice a week.
Wait, how regular must you be? Like,
you eat 3 meals a day, right?
Yeah.
So this is what determines the difference of also the mesomorphosis of where you stand.
Yeah.
A mesomorph and an ectomorph would usually eat 3 times and have 3 dumps. Right, that's an aligned metabolic rate. Okay. An endomorph will obviously dump in the morning for last night's meal. Right. Then obviously at lunchtime for breakfast and supper time for lunch. You understand? So you're looking at 2 to 3 times, and if you're doing it number 2 for less than 3 times a day, you are in trouble. You are not doing the things. There's food, there's a certain amount of calories that's going to
you don't think about these things,
right? And overnight that becomes your fat. And not only that, not only are you putting on fat, when you walk into the gym, we have to work out that excess 400 calories you've put on of fat last night before we touch on the fat
or
that's
today's
on you.
one.
So
you're always working in reverse.
Up until you fix that metabolic rate, you're kind of working in reverse.
I've heard this thing, right? And this is something that I've always thought about, and I don't really know how to process it or how to measure it or how to know whether it's actually happening with me. But the theory of when you don't eat and you starve yourself, your body hangs on and stores food in forms of fat.
When you eat less, so your body first runs for survival before running for efficiency and transformation. So whenever you give it less than 3 meals, right, your body responds by saying, this guy doesn't give me enough nutrients. So whatever he does give me,
he or she.
He or she, of course. Women's Month.
Hey, dude.
Gosh. So whatever she gives me, right, I have to elongate and prolong the process of breaking that food down. Right. Because your body doesn't trust you. You don't give it enough nutrients. So it's thinking, let me keep holding this food.
Damn.
Yeah. So by it holding down the food and that means that one of your latest meals are definitely never going to be broken down, and that's exactly that odd 800 calories that you're going to put on as fat for the next day. If you're on a diet, you better be on it your whole life, because the minute you change that diet,
it's over, bro.
Your metabolic rate has to respond a different way.
Bro, eating lifestyle.
Then a diet. That's the word.
Lifestyle. Then a diet.
Diets for dire situations. You know, whenever a person,
like somebody says you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. We put you on a diet. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
The key word is diet, man.
And it's in the word.
It's in the diet.
So it's right there. It has to be a lifestyle. You have to be indoctrinating a certain way of eating that is specifically right for you, so that you continuously change. And another thing, a transformation will never take 3 months. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So
except for me.
Yeah, you know, he gets
but you can also do the reverse. Just as quickly.
I do the reverse just as quickly.
Exactly. Whereas if I break my diet and break my gym regime, I don't pick up weight as quickly.
So as much as mesomorphs are great and they're Superman, right? They kind of pick up quick if they mess up their frequency of eating as well. So
are you in the market, Sam, to help those people out there with their fitness and their nutrition?
I'm here for you more than anyone, but I need you to be there for yourself first. Before anything, you need to understand where you wanna go. You understand? So that when we set our goals, it's chop work, man. It's real quick, and it's not hard. The only thing that makes it hard is when you start depending on your trainer and you fail your homework. So anyone who's out there, man, take a look. Come on. We out here.
Literal bars, guys. Literal bars.
Yeah, literally
bars.
literal bars. All right, guys. So we're gonna share your details with everybody. We'll put all your stuff in the we'll put all your details in the
description box.
In the description. We'll share your socials and all of that so people can get a hold of you.
We've spoken about nutrition. We've spoken about tailor-made training and tailor-made nutrition.
Yep.
We know that you're available to help the people as long as they want to help themselves. Right?
They gotta.
Yeah. Sam, what else are you passionate about, and what's next for you?
For me right now, looking at the market we're in, I think that's very important to be vigilant of what's going on and to be very involved in that. I'm looking at diversifying a certain industry. So I do hookah rentals. That's shisha, habli.
Hookah. Pass me the hookah.
Yep.
We should have had one. Why don't we have it on the episode?
So looking at that same industry, it kind of resonates with the cannabis industry as well.
Yeah.
Which is growing.
It's booming, bro.
Forget
growing. It's booming.
That's the thing. If you're not in it now, you're late.
You're late. It's very late.
Yeah.
And what this brother does is to provide gourmet edibles for you. Now,
you do edibles, bro?
Edibles, bruv. but not the ones you buy at your
proper
from your dealer.
You know what I'm saying? We've got chefs on board that are working with me. So I'm mostly targeting the person who wants to enjoy their edible, but at the same time be able to kill their insomnia, kill their libido issues, because I also understand a bit of nutrition. So I infuse that cannabis with other elements of nutrition, and at the same time satisfying that taste bud, So foodies, this is also for you.
I think this needs a second episode.
Yeah.
Because the CBD and THC and the cannabis industry, that's big right now.
That's huge.
I think, you know what, guys, we're going to do part 2 soon.
Yeah.
Soon about CBDs and understanding what a CBD oil is.
Cannabinoids.
And the THC levels and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
What's the company called?
It's Hookah and Cannabis Cuisines.
Hookah and Cannabis Cuisines.
Yeah.
Facebook page
is Hookah and Cannabis Cuisines, and then Instagram page is Hookah_Cannabis Cuisines.
Perfect. So we'll get those.
We'll get all those details. We'll put them in.
Yeah. So guys, I don't think we need to stress any more about the knowledge this man has about the shit he's talking about.
We haven't even touched the surface, man.
We're lucky enough to have him on a daily within our circles, consulting with us. So join us for our transformations as well. And like when we say, it's brought to you by Sam. This is the guy. This is the dude. This is the guy. We've got the gal and we've got the guy. And this is not the wines, the weeds. Please, if you want consultation or even just to get a little bit more understanding into the nutrition, into your fitness, your specific, all of those things,
the body types.
I mean, half of these things I had zero idea of before I met this man, and I would say that I'm much the wiser right now, because of you, and I'm on a path to greatness now.
Transformation.
Watch this endo do some ecto shit.
Some miso shit. Superman.
I'm not ecto. I can't do ecto shit. That'll never be me. I'd have to get to like my one thigh size.
Hey, pillar of strength.
Great to hear all the knowledge and breaking down some of the stigmas and some of the myths about nutrition and health. And guys, all I'm saying is that hit him up.
You won't regret it.
If you're in the Joburg area, hit this man.
Don't hesitate.
If you're anywhere, Sam, you travel.
Yeah, I travel, man.
We'll travel, right?
We don't work on payroll. We can do this.
So anyway, hit this man up about your nutrition, your body type, all the stuff we've spoken about in the episode.
He's ready to change your life as soon as you're ready to change your life. So make that decision. Start with you. Sam, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Very dope.
That was so dope.
Guys, you know what to do. Follow, like, share. Tell people about Sam, guys. He's changing lives. This guy contributed to almost 30 kilos of my life. That's no longer on this body. And now we're going for summer.
Yep.
So we're moving into new things. So hit us up, hit Sam up, and I think we'll take it from there. He'll definitely be back we'll be having edibles soon on the show and see how that goes. A bit scared about that, but we'll see.
I'm ready, man.
I know he's ready.
I'm ready.
He's ready. Anyway, guys, so 1 deuce.
2 deuce.
Double deuces.
We out.
Peace out.